are looking to show someone how much you care this holiday season, create something from the heart in your own kitchen. Here to show us how easy it can be, we welcome back our friend, Chef Jessica Hansen. Great to see you.
Thank you very much. It's fun to be here during the holiday season.
I know, happy holidays. And you have great ideas for us that people will actually want to receive as gifts.
Want to receive and want to use. And that's sometimes just the homemade gifts aren't enough if it's just one more jam where they're like, how am I going to use this? These are things, they're showstoppers. They're simple, but I promise you, you'll want to make them.
Awesome.
One is a winter spiced simple syrup. So simple syrup, great thing for adding to cocktails, drinks, coffees, but also brushed on pastries. I'm going to show you how simple this is. It's brown sugar, so you're already getting that nice caramelized flavor, like reminiscent of, you know, deep, rich winter flavors.
Yummy.
Dried cranberries, so those are going to hydrate in there. About 1.5 cups of water, and of course we'll provide the recipe for you so that you know this. And just to let you know, I make it in big multiple batches, so you can just make a ton of this if you'd like.
Okay.
It's got cinnamon sticks, quite a few, and those are going to end up in the bottle that we go present to our guests. A little bit of ground allspice, so since it's ground, it's going to end up in every time you pour that. So this is pretty intensely flavored. And a teaspoon and a half of cloves. And why that's important, it's probably the most you'll ever use cloves in your entire any recipe.
That's a nice little handful there.
It's significant. And so all you need to do is bring that to a boil. I'm going to add some orange peel because just the zest of it is nice. So just a piece like that. This is a very easy way to get it off. Just use a vegetable peeler, and you can use as much as you want of that.
Alrighty. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, little sound there. And then fresh ginger. Have you worked with fresh ginger much?
Not much. Well, I know what it looks like.
Well, with this, because we're going to be straining these things out, you don't need to worry about peeling it. So we're just going to cut some nice thin slices.
Oh, how easy.
The more exposure, the more sides that are open like that, the more flavor you're going to extract. And then this is it. I will bring this to a boil, let it simmer for maybe 15 minutes, and then turn off the heat and let it sit there for a while.
Awesome.
What it turns into, I just poured this in a jar so you could kind of appreciate all of the different things that are in it.
Holy cow.
This borders on nuts, how good this is. So I'm going to have you taste this. What I'm going to have you do, we're going to strain it, so you can, but just even just a little mouth.
Just a little
bit in there, because it is sugar.
That is so cozy.
Isn't that delicious? So you can imagine in like an Earl Grey tea latte, or brushed on cornbread, or in a breakfast spread. So I'm going to have you grab this.
This guy?
Yep. And just what you want to make sure you're doing is pouring it in there, and it's more important actually that you then stop and press on these things so you get that flavor. So this is what I want people to know is don't get the goodies. You'll want to also snack on that. I'm just going to be honest. This is like the most flavorful liquid. And then put it into a cute jar and things like that.
Easy.
So that's one. Second one is rosemary sea salt. You can do many different kinds of sea salt, but we just took fresh rosemary just right off the branches, tossed it in. There's no measurements necessary, but I provided ones just so that if people want to know.
Just to get an idea,
Just to get an idea. And then you just whir this up in a food processor, then put it in the oven and bake it. So I'm going to just kind of show you what this looks like. You start as we go. Don't need to do all of this during the segment, but you're just breaking it into smaller pieces. The most important thing to know is you have to start with a bigger sea salt, kosher sea salt. It's very easy to find at a regular grocery store, but you'll see how it starts.
So this is the kosher one that's going to be bigger.
It's a little bit bigger so that when you whir it around in the food processor, it has the ability to get small and not turn into powder. Does that make sense?
That's the stuff that's finer already.
Right. It would turn into literal powder, and then you wouldn't be able to use it as a seasoner. So then you put it into an oven and bake it at a low temperature, and it stays that beautiful, vibrant color that you can put into small little jars. You know, get as creative as you want. We've got some lemon seasoning salt, all sorts of things, and this is beautiful on my daughter's favorite, on tomato soup. But also on focaccia or toast. So if you want to give that a little bit of a try.
Let's see here.
Right?
There's all kinds of business to attend to today.
It just makes a lovely flavor. Also added to any kind of protein as a steak rub. Roasted winter vegetables.
That's beautiful.
Right? So this is just a nice little cake. Simple, keeps almost indefinitely in your cabinet. And you've got a nice addition of winter to your cooking repertoire.
That soup, Jessica, come on. That's so good.
And it's using canned tomatoes because we wouldn't have fresh tomatoes at this point of year. So canned tomatoes, I'd be happy to provide that recipe as well. You can see how this makes a big difference in just adding that burst of like winter flavor.
How long can you store this type of a salt?
I have some
Forever.
from last year. Yeah. My kids make seasoning salts, and we make them at kids' camps at the kitchen too to teach kids how to do it.
Yeah.
So they last indefinitely. There's nothing
great.
that will go bad, especially because you're taking the moisture out of it by drying it at a low temperature in the oven.
Well, and you're going to use it too.
You're going to use
It's not going to
it.
be one of those things that gets forgotten about in your cabinet.
Absolutely
It's
not.
delicious.
Anytime you would like that winter flavor. Lemon is also a very good one that you can use in a lot of different things. I'd stay away from things like sage or grapefruit. I've made all of these. That's why I'm saying, because those are, you have a hard time finding ways to use it.
That makes
but when
sense.
you're talking about something as simple as rosemary, maybe a little bit of lemon, it's really a great go-to.
Oh, and what about storing the syrup as well?
So the syrup is going to have a lower shelf life. It's about 30 days at room temperature, which gives you plenty of time to actually give it away as a gift. But then I usually end up keeping it in the refrigerator if it's gonna last a holiday season. But I'm telling you, to make a old-fashioned cocktail, it's pretty much next level.
That would be delightful.
And to kind of step up your spending, if you had a generous gift that you needed to give to somebody, a little cocktail kit with that homemade simple syrup with a little bit of bourbon, maybe some of those beautiful oranges and some bitters, and you've got this lovely gift that you're able to give if you're trying to step it up a little.
I love that. Yeah.
But I think it's a lovely gift regardless, the seasoning salts or the simple syrup. There's so many uses.
Anything delicious. We're all for it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Happy holidays.
You're very welcome.
Great
Glad
to
to be
see
here.
you. Okay, we will have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.